Hey guys,
Hello.
welcome back.
If you're
It's
just joining us, we are Carnivore Journey Crew.
we sure are. We've been on the carnivore diet for 119 days today, and we're coming here to talk to you about a few different things and let you know what's going on with us. And let me do a little bit of back end stuff here.
Oh, he looks away.
So, I hope you're joining us. I hope you're watching along with us. If you are here, please put in the comments where you're watching from, or in the comments. And if you're watching this on a replay, go ahead and put that down in the comments down below. And if you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. That really lets us know that what we're putting out there is meaningful to other folks too. If you'll bear with us tonight, we're working with a new software to try to make this work a little bit easier. So I'm trying to manage the back end and see what's going on, and
Because
and,
he's the
and
IT
keep everything
professional.
flowing properly here.
Yes.
So yeah,
And did you ask him to subscribe or you just tell him to like
yeah,
it?
yeah.
Because it's free and it really helps us out a
It
lot.
does. And that's one thing that I definitely want to say to our subscribers out there is thank you so much. We've been putting out videos for maybe 6 weeks, and we have broken 100 subscribers
And
this
that is
week.
amazing.
Yeah. Since the last video we put out, we've broken 100 subscribers, which is just astounding to us. So thank you very much. We thank you that you're along with us on this journey, and hope to have many years working together, encouraging each other, and helping out any way we can.
And remember, if you're just joining us and you're listening live, make sure you tell us where you're listening from because we want to know you're there.
Absolutely. Put that in the chat if you would.
Yes, and also the replay too. Put that in the comments.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's see what else we got. Um,
Or if you have anything that you want to talk about with us, we can do that as well.
yep, that's for sure. If you've got any questions for us, put it in that chat box. We're monitoring chat, and we can throw those things up and talk back with you tonight.
Right. And,
Uh,
and again, this is new for us, so
yeah, it is.
just bear
So,
with us a little bit.
uh, we normally we just get on here and we talk. Tonight we're trying to do a little bit something different. Hello, Victoria from Ohio. Welcome in tonight. Thank you. Thank you. You are our
First
ever,
one.
first ever chat post. Um, so to tell you a little bit about what we're doing, when we started this channel, it was just kind of a thing. We saw other carnivores out there that were posting on YouTube about their journey, their struggles, and how they stay on track and the things that they're doing. And we said, well, why not? Let's go ahead and start posting updates and just let everybody know what's going on. Um, at the time, we were doing it while we were walking when we started, and then I'd come home and I'd edit the video out completely and delete all the ums and ahs and awkward pauses and things like that. But with all of the outpouring of support that we've gotten from our subscribers and viewers and everybody else out there, we're going to start taking things kind of to the next level here. We're going to put some more effort into this channel, try to reach a wider audience, and tell people about the amazing transformations and health benefits that we have seen uh, through the carnivore way of eating.
But we're going to stay true to ourselves as well
Yeah.
and continue telling you about our journey and what's working, what's not working, and to maybe hopefully inspire you guys and motivate you guys and really kind of help bring everybody to that next level as
Yeah,
well.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it's all about. That's what has really amazed us about the carnivore community is that there's so many people out there encouraging others,
Mhm.
helping each other keep on track, talking about what motivates them. Um, and that's what we're trying to do here. You know, we're taking you along on our journey. Hopefully, lots of folks out there will um, will join in with us on this, or that we can be a motivation to them to continue. Let's see, we just got another comment from Lambs. Says they're Dutch. Not sure what channel recommended you guys to me, but I love people getting out the message. Awesome.
We're doing the best we
Yes,
can.
we certainly are. And for us, one of the easy ways to do it is to go live like this. We've tried it a couple other times just through
Mhm.
YouTube. Decided to bite the bullet and invest in some streaming software that'll make it easier to schedule and put up and to do more interesting things on these live streams, and also get on and talk to other folks through the same thing. So
Yes. And it looks like we are going to try and go live every Wednesday at 8
that's what we're
Eastern
working on.
Standard
Yep.
Time. And so, among other things that we're going to do, but we're going to try to be consistent,
Yep.
um, and do
We sure
that.
are.
So you'll have information all the
Yep.
time.
So among those other things that we're doing, if you haven't seen it yet, a couple of weeks ago, I was on a live stream with Carnivore Backwoods, John over there. He brought me on. I talked about my story a little bit. It was my first live stream, so it was, once again, a little bit awkward getting into this thing. I'm used to talking on a camera and then editing it later, and not looking like such a fool all the time. But this is just raw, unfiltered, the way it goes. But if you haven't checked that out yet, make sure you look at the replay on that live stream with John at Carnivore Backwoods. And with that said, we are working on some live streams with other people. I'm going to be on again with John with on his roundtable on the 10th. It's on Carnivore Backwoods. That's also going to be on our channel, streaming here as well. And we have started conversations with at least one other YouTuber about doing a couple of collaborations together.
Yes.
Yes.
And that's coming up
Yeah.
this month.
Yep. The first
So,
one's well, it's gonna come out in December. So
oh, I
yeah, we're not in
thought it was in
December yet.
December. I'm like,
Not
I
quite there
don't even
yet.
know what days what
Yeah, so we're going to
recently.
be
So,
doing some fun stuff with other carnivore YouTubers and trying to build this community, talk about things that are going on, recipes. Um,
Mhm.
whoever thought that we do cooking stuff, but I mean, I like to
Maybe you'll
cook,
see
but
some in the future.
yeah. So we're going to be doing some more of that. Um, and so that brings me to the point. If you are a carnivore YouTuber out there and you're watching this, uh, shoot us a message. Let us know. Let's do something together. Let's join our communities and cross pollinate
Help get the
and
word
help
out.
get the word out, because you know what? We're going to talk to people that someone else may not, and they're going to talk to someone that wouldn't give us the time of day. And that's the way that this community grows. We let people know about the health benefits and all the advantages of eating uh, in a meat-based approach. So
Do you want to share a little bit about what you experienced this week? Because it was very real,
yeah.
and I think that our viewers would like to, or our friends out there would
Okay.
like to maybe hear about that because it's something that happens.
Yeah. So if you've been watching our channel, you know that what a couple of weeks ago we went on a cruise.
Mm-hmm.
We got back from the cruise a little bit over a week ago. So we weighed in before the cruise, weighed in after the cruise. I was not perfect. I ate and drank things that I should not have. And in that 8-night cruise, I gained 11 pounds. Um, yeah. but
It
I went
happens.
into it knowing that, I wasn't gonna be perfect. It was Lori's birthday, um, and it was kind of a vacation thing, and I didn't do as well as I had hoped I would. I really wanted to do better than I did, uh, but it's a learning experience for
And it
next
was
time.
almost like once you ripped the Band-Aid, it was hard to go
Yeah,
back.
that's for sure. Once
Those
you
cravings when they hit and whew, and you allow yourself to do
yeah,
that.
once you say, "Okay, I'm gonna try this," that you shouldn't, then going back from that was not as easy. The
Mhm.
first 3 days, we did really well, and then we had
Maybe 3,
yeah,
yeah, 3.
then we had a specialty
Yeah.
dining dinner that just kinda blew it for us,
Yeah.
but you didn't do anywhere near as bad as I did as far as, the weight gain, but you luckily, you're one of those lucky people, you lose weight slowly, but you
Very
also
slowly.
gain weight slowly to some extent.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Me, normally, I'll gain weight fast, I'll lose weight fast.
Mhm.
Um, so I was thinking, "Okay, well, that was last Tuesday when I weighed in." When we got back before Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving was great. We had a plan going in.
That was the
We knew
important
what we
thing.
were going to do. We
Mhm.
knew what we were going to eat. Didn't matter that we were around friends and family and everybody else. And we're not out of the holiday season yet. We're going to encounter a lot more of those same type of
Yes.
situations. Um,
We're gonna talk about that quite a bit.
yes, we certainly are, because you've got to be ready for all that. Um, so anyway, back home, cooking my own food, back on track. Was losing the weight that I had put
Should
on.
do something.
What's that?
Oh, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and it definitely is, Lance. Getting back on track is what's important for sure. Um, and then Sunday hit, so for some reason, um, I had I woke up at 4:30 in the morning Sunday morning. Tried to go back to sleep, could not fall back asleep. Finally, I got out of bed at 5:30. Um, Came into my computer desk and started working because I had a lot of video editing to do for the other thing that I do, that we do, and started working on that. Uh, Laurie made a soup, kind of.
Well, I thought it was ham because we put that in the meat casserole that we made for Thanksgiving. Come to find out, it wasn't a ham. It was, what was it, a
It was a
pork
pork shoulder,
shoulder?
yeah, smoked pork shoulder.
Yeah,
It
and
looked like a ham, but
it did.
yeah,
I mean, it's a it's a learning journey.
yeah,
And so it was tough. So we were like, all right, let's cook it down. We'll make it into a soup. And it was really salty. So we had to add a lot of water to it. But we cooked it for a couple hours probably
yeah, 3.5 hours.
on like medium
Yeah,
and what was it, medium low?
yeah, because I mean, a
Yeah.
pork shoulder, normally it gets smoked or some type of really slow cooking to break down all the connective tissues that tend to be really tough, and gelatinize them. But it cooked down really well, was real tender and very tasty, kind of reminded me of, the old, bean soup, ham and bean type soup.
Was it a
Um,
southern thing?
yeah, it's kind of a southern
Okay,
thing.
you need to make sure that it's ham and beans, and it's
Maybe.
kind of like a well, maybe not everybody knows. I never had it
Okay.
before I met you, so, just like ham and beans, so, like, where you just eat it, but it's actually a soup, and it's, kinda thick, and,
Yeah.
um, I'm not quite sure
I
how to make it, but
Yeah. Wasn't so thick without the beans, of course, but, um, anyway, so I ate that, so I
without
was
the beans.
yeah, no beans,
No beans.
was eating cleanly, and I was I was back down to within a pound of where I was before the cruise. So I was at 255, I was at 254 when we went on the cruise, and yeah, I'm one of those people that weighs every day. I know.
Mhm.
I've heard it over and over again. Oh, you should only weigh once a week, weigh once a month. Um,
Use, truth pants, I think they call them,
yeah,
so that you try those, when they're tight, you try them on,
but
so
if you understand me, I've got a scientific engineering type brain. Uh, well,
You
I do.
you do,
And
you do.
so, it's test, experiment, evaluate, repeat, that type of thing. That's the way I look at things. Okay, what's going to happen if I do this? And what is the result going to be if I do this? And, that's the way I've approached carnivore, um, for several different reasons, because I had some issues I was working through, which maybe we'll get to in a few minutes because I haven't talked about that yet at all on this channel. Um, but anyway, Monday morning, I was up 5 pounds. So from
From
255 to 260
and all you did was eat
overnight. Yeah.
the soup that
Mm,
day. Did
mm,
you have what else did you have to eat that day?
well, you took the rest of the casserole and
Oh,
kind of made a soup out of that too.
yeah, I did.
So that was my lunch, and then the
I had some chicken broth and I just threw it over, heated it up, and
yeah. So it
it's
was
been
chicken
cold
broth.
here.
It was clean chicken broth. So
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
I think I got it at Whole Foods. Most of it has
I
so
mean, it
much
wasn't the
junk in it
best,
that
but
it's
it was the
ridiculous. But
best out of all the choices you
yeah.
had. Yeah.
Um, so I was kind of flabbergasted. How in the world did I gain 5 pounds in 24 hours, uh, without cheating? I didn't cheat. I was kind of sedentary because I was sitting at a computer all day working.
But you were full of liquid, and
Uh,
so you were hydrated. Remember that the old analogy that we talked about
yeah,
with the hand, what is it? The oh my gosh.
and maybe it has something to do with the fact that it was very salty. So maybe I retained a lot of water. I'm
Yeah,
not sure.
yeah.
Anyway, so that was a bit of a frustrating start to the week. Um, but as of this morning, I'm back to 255. So it's taken 2 days to get back to where I was on Sunday morning, but it's headed in the right direction. So what can you do? And that's,
Right, because as long as you're going in the right direction, it's okay, and
yeah,
if you're doing it right, and even if you're not losing, that's normal, it's okay. I
yeah,
had to have a conversation with him and say, "Look, in the time you lost 60 pounds, I lost 15. So, or 50 pounds or whatever. So it's okay. It's not a race. We do it for health. We do it to see, to feel better. It's the important thing is knowing why. What
yeah,
is your why? Why are we doing this? Because that
absolutely.
you may fall off, or you may not do good one day, or you may get frustrated. There's so many emotions and things that we're dealing with and working through, and triggers and all that stuff. And as long as we can kind of come back to why we're doing it, it will always help us get right back on that wagon again and get back on track. And yeah, and it's okay if you fall off. How did you feel? What w- what um well there's this saying in one of my coaching groups that what it's like your next day, or your whatever. What would Lori say what's today, Wednesday?
Wednesday.
So what would Lori say on Thursday? Like, try to think of that before you go and like eat something, or give into that craving. How would Thursday Lori feel? Would she would she not be feeling good because you had that today?
Yeah,
Just little tricks of the
yeah,
it's all mindset. I mean,
it is.
it's mental. It
And
really is for me.
something that I really want to say to people. And so listen to me right now.
I'm listening.
You right there have the power within you to say, no, I'm not going to eat that stuff. You have that power. You're the only one that can make the decision if you succeed or not. And the only way to fail is to quit. Okay? That's very important. You have that power, and you have to realize that. You can't uh, look at something else or someone else. Yeah, other people may be motivating to you, but it comes down to you.
Yeah,
You have to make that decision.
Don't let somebody guilt you into eating something because they made it, whatever. Mm-mm.
And that's probably going to happen over the holidays
Oh, it's gonna
to a
happen
lot
in
of
my
us.
family for Christmas. You
Shh,
betcha.
you're putting this out to the whole world.
Oh, don't tell him I said that.
Shh.
More on that another time. Anyways,
Yeah.
continue on.
Okay.
Yes.
And I got to spend Christmas dinner with them.
Oh, now you're in trouble.
Oh,
Anyway, we have a plan,
yes.
and we're going to share that plan with you.
Yeah.
It's very similar to our Thanksgiving plan,
Yeah.
but we
Very.
won't be home, so we'll have less control, but we're going to make sure to shop and then take care of whatever we need to take out before. But again, we'll talk about that when it gets a little closer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be closer to Christmas.
Mm.
But I alluded to an issue that I was dealing with, and I want to come back around to that. And something that I have not talked about yet on this channel. Um, you hear people talk about uh, having uh, poop issues on carnivore.
Don't trust the butt.
Yes.
That's what they say.
Yeah. Because you can't trust those carnivore farts. So yeah, not to get too graphic, but diarrhea tends to be very common. Yeah.
Thank you for joining us. I appreciate you. This is how do you lambs?
Yeah. Looks like lambs.
It's 2:20 a.m.
2:20
where
a.m.
they
Thanks for
are.
joining us.
Thank you for coming out and joining us and listening to us. We appreciate it.
Thanks so much. Let's see if I can figure out. Yep, I can show that on the screen. There we go.
Check. Victoria, we learned something new.
There we go. All right. So thanks, Lambs. I appreciate those comments. They really mean a lot to us. Um, so yeah,
So don't trust the butt. We're gonna
back
back up a little
to
bit.
carnivore diarrhea. Most people say, okay, couple of weeks, maybe a month, and it'll go away. I dealt with it for 3 months.
Hmm.
3 months. And I was struggling the whole time to try to figure out what the cause was. And back to my scientific mind.
I was gonna bring that up, but you brought it up for me. Like he said, he wants to find the problem. He wants to figure it out, and he wants, why is this? Why is that? Why is this? So it drove
So
him crazy.
I was doing everything under the sun. You know, I completely eliminated dairy. So I figured out how to drink my coffee black. No change.
Well, tell that little tip because that's actually a really good
Oh
tip.
yeah.
So if you drink
And
coffee,
if you drink coffee and you want to cut out the heavy whipping cream or whatever, hopefully you've already cut out the artificial sweeteners because they're not going to help you with your cravings for sure.
no triggers.
Yeah, those tend to trigger a lot of people, especially if you have any level of sugar addiction. But Carnivore Quest, if you haven't watched their channel, check it out. But they did a video on coffee and where they tried a number of different things to help make black coffee palatable to people who were used to drinking cream and sugar or whatever in their coffee. Um, I tried maybe a couple of them. One was to put a little bit of pinch of salt in there, and there were a few others. And I found basically the same thing that they did was just a little pinch of baking soda in your cup of coffee, and that cut the acidity enough to where it was palatable. And so I did that, and I had no change. So I cut out coffee entirely, no change.
I enjoy that you weren't drinking coffee. He was drinking tea.
Yeah, I was
Well,
drinking,
or nothing.
yeah,
Yeah.
tea or nothing, and it didn't change anything. So I said, well, okay, I'm gonna keep drinking my coffee if it doesn't have any
He did
effect on
miss
me.
it.
Yeah, I did. I miss my coffee, so
Yeah.
leave me alone.
I'm, I'm just I'm just letting them know
Yeah.
that you missed your
Um,
coffee.
so then I read about using ox bile and some digestive enzymes. So I tried that for a few weeks. No change. And
You even cut out seasonings,
yeah,
like all
I
seasonings.
cut out everything but salt. Basically, no seasoning. I know a lot of people do that. I like my food seasoned, and it doesn't seem to have any type of negative effect on me, as far as I can tell. I
Mhm.
didn't see any change when I went straight salt. So I started adding seasoning back in. So it's little experiments like that that I've done. I mainly to try to overcome that carnivore
Yeah,
diarrhea because for
and
whatever reason my stomach was not liking it.
you
Um,
also played with your fat ratio as
yeah,
well.
I tried playing
Yeah.
with the fat ratio.
Mhm.
I cut out, I was enjoying my steak with butter. Um, and I thought, well, no, I can't do the butter anymore. I don't need the butter. I'm going to cut that out, see if that has any effect on it. Didn't change anything. Um, so it just, after 90 days, it just finally kind of went away for the most part.
Yay.
Yeah. So,
Most of the time.
yeah, most of the time. Um, Sometimes, um, I guess part of it's recovering from the cruise too. So,
Oh.
but
Mhm.
oh well. You change the way you eat, you're going to have some problems.
It's gonna
Uh,
take a little while to transition.
yeah. I mean, at
Mhm.
least I don't have to go through keto flu or anything like that. We're
Now,
still keeping our electrolytes up, and I think that's the main reason for keto flu anyway.
well,
Is
can I talk about that
yeah,
just for a moment? It's more craving based. I because I haven't talked about this since after the cruise. Oh yeah.
it's strawberry bubbly. If anybody was wondering,
Yes. No
I like my
sweeteners.
sparkly water.
Yes, he likes his carbonation. For me, after the cruise, I experienced cravings that I don't I haven't. Once I gave up the sugar, I was good, and then I had an electrolyte that had a sweetener in it that I didn't know, and that was like I had to start all over again. I was like, "Oh my god!" Like so, I went through cravings with that, and it was weird because it wasn't like, "Oh, I want this," kind of a craving. It was more of my brain thinking, "Oh, well, maybe I can have that," or seeing something like, "Oh," and like just thinking about something. And I'm like, "No, I'm satiated. I don't want that." And I went, it was probably a good 5 days after that. They weren't like really bad cravings, but it was more thoughts of like the old thinking. Like you're not hungry,
Right.
but like maybe you're sitting watching TV or something, and you're like, "Oh, it would be nice if I had a piece of chocolate or, or something." Not like, "Oh, like I'm really craving that kind of thing." I don't know if that makes sense or not, but it was more of the thought process. So it was almost like I had to reset again. And so I'm happy to say, husband, well, no, I made it too. We made some pork belly last night, and if y'all don't know, it's my superfood. And I'm good. Like, I was so happy today eating that. I have pictures of it that we'll be sharing at some point, but, so yeah, no more cravings, and, now I'm happy because I got my pork belly.
Yep.
Yay.
Uh, so so yeah, that's kind of what we've been going through. So I am at 255, started at 307 on carnivore. So yeah, that's 52 pounds on carnivore.
Good job.
Yep, going in the right direction again. Keep working on it, and 119 days. That's just about 4 months into this. 6 weeks into this channel, and amazing support from this community. Can't say enough about it. Love the fact that this live stream, we actually have people jump on and
I know.
comment with us. It's amazing. So we're going to keep working on that. We're going to work on some other things as well.
Before you switch
Yeah.
gears, I don't remember where I was the last time that we aired our stats, or,
Yeah.
our on scale, off scale victories, but I am down 17 pounds as of this morning. I usually my weigh-in day is Saturday morning. And so, since I've been doing coaching on Wednesday mornings, I've been weighing in on Wednesday just in case I have a win to share. I don't always, but this morning I don't like I said, I don't remember where I was the last time, but officially as of this morning, I'm 17. Whether I was up or down, I'm not sure. So so that's and I will say some of the non-scale victories. My pants are looser. You know, sometimes I feel skinnier on days, and then other days I'm like, no, no, not so much today. But you know, those are all non-scale, and I feel good. I feel better, and yeah, I find that when I have a little more fat, I feel even better. But
Yeah. You want to shout out your coach?
oh, well, I shout her out every time we're on YouTube because she just is so influential to me specifically. It's Kelly Hogan from My Zero Carb Life. We used her, you know, her recipe, her base recipes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I've been working with her. She does coach. She offers coaching, and so I've done it for this is my second month, and I will be doing it for one more month that I know of for sure in December to kind of keep me on track. And I wanted that a little extra to help me get through the holidays. And so that was kind of my focus as well is, you know, hey, I'm not the only one that, you know, needs that support or wants that support, you know? And so I'm going to try to be as motivating and as inspirational as I can because I know that I need it and I also enjoy it. And it comes natural to me to want to lift people up anyway. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
And so that's what we're here for. If you've got anything going on, put it in the comments or if you're still here in the chat, if you're here live with us, put it in chat comments if it's on a replay. Um, let us know what's going on. We read those comments. We respond to,
Mhm.
at this point, hey, we're small.
Right.
We can read and
We can get to
respond
everyone.
to every single comment
Yes,
that
we
comes in,
can.
guaranteed. Um, unless they get stuck in that black hole of
Oh, yeah. You
uh
just realized it's
of
something.
restricted comments. You know, I don't want any junk being put in the comments, even though we read it regularly. So I have the restrictions on, and I went in and checked it every once in a while. But then I went in and I had 3 or 4 comments from someone from 3 weeks ago that I didn't even realize were there, and there
So
was
we're sorry,
yeah,
whoever that was.
and I don't have it in front of me, but I certainly want to apologize to that viewer that I didn't see the comments. There was nothing at all in their comments that made me think that they should be restricted. Um, so I have no idea why they were restricted, but um, I'm sorry I didn't see them when you put them up because I would have responded right away. I always check the comments. I'm always curious as to, you know, who's watching and what's going on,
Mhm,
because we're doing this to help other people. We're doing this to try to build this community and give back to the extent that we can.
mhm.
I mean, you've heard our story. It was Kelly Hogan's van that I saw with all the my zero carb lives uh, emblazoned all over, that put us on this path to begin with. And, from Kelly Hogan, we found Ken Berry and we found the Reverse series
Dr. Kiltz.
and Dr. Kiltz and Anthony Chaffee
I
and
am gonna make his ice
Dr.
cream one
Baker
day.
and then we found all the normal people, the
The people like
non-doctors.
us.
Yeah. And, I got to meet Dr. Lisa Wiedemann, carnivore doctor, at a meetup in Tennessee last month or month before.
Yeah, I haven't been
And
able to make those because 'cause I've had prior, commitments.
yeah, and I met Karen Miles. That was the first meetup I went to, so that was cool. And I
He's
met,
doing lots of name dropping. I
yeah,
hope you're taking notes just in case you're
I
new.
met John from Carnivore Backwoods at Dr. Wiedemann's meetup, and that's when he invited me on his live stream. So it's amazing this community and all the people out there that are working. to get the message out, you know,
Yes, get
because
healthy and feel better and stop making all the bad people rich.
right, really what it comes down to. You know, we've been doing something on and off, more off than on, actually, probably since about 2010 or 2011, 12, something like that, when we discovered paleo,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
and you know that got us in the right mindset. Um,
We just
uh,
always found it hard to stay in that mindset
yeah,
because it was
it
so
wa-
labor intensive, whereas carnivore just seems to be easier for us,
right.
and I think that helps keep us on track as well. Not only are we doing it together, but we're feeling the benefits, but there's not a lot of prepping because you're not in there for hours and days and and all that stuff. And like if you he'll
Yeah,
just throw a couple steaks on the barbecue 20 minutes later, we're eating. It's great.
that's pretty much it. I just have to remember to pull them out and thaw them.
Yes,
Yeah,
that takes the longest. But anyway,
yeah, it would take a lot longer to thaw the day of. You can do it. Works
just
pretty
throw it
well in
in
the
some
sink.
cold water and
Yeah,
yeah, leave it there for an hour. So
yeah. But anyway, we don't want this to go on too long to where we run out of stuff to talk about. But if you have any questions for us or anything that you'd like us to talk about, put it down in the comments.
anything you want us to know?
Yeah, or anything
Yeah,
that you want to know, want us to know about
you.
you, your journey, and how things are going with you. Absolutely, put it down in the comments, and we will respond to those. Like I say, I always make sure that I check pretty much daily.
Check the restrictive ones too.
Yeah, I got it.
So
I've started doing
now
that
now that
daily
he
too.
knows.
So now that I know that random things, because
Yes.
weird stuff. I don't know. All right.
Oh, you're just
Well,
weird, honey.
yeah, I guess so. It's kind of weird.
Thank you for joining us
Yes,
and
thank you very much. And if you haven't done
appreciate
so
that.
already, give us a thumbs up on this video. And if you're not a subscriber, I want to take this opportunity to invite you to subscribe. That way you'll get notified
Well,
when
no,
we
you
put
got to
out
hit the
new stuff.
notification. Ding, ding.
Oh, yeah. Hit that notification bell
And
too.
then when we go live, it will tell you that we're going live
Yep,
and you won't miss it.
that's right. And remember,
Stay
stay
strong.
strong,
I got it.
stay
Stay
motivated,
motivated and
and
eat
eat meat.
meat.
See you guys next
Pork
time.
belly, too.
Pork belly. Yeah.
Thanks, Victoria.